Good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm forecaster Mark Spencer from neoweather.com with your forecast for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2013. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms again today. They will hang around. Really not much relief from that in sight. And will the fireworks shows tomorrow get rained out? Get all the details and more starting right now. Dry across Ohio this morning. We do have some clouds. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We're looking at the NeoWeather 3D Max Doppler radar here this morning, and here's the setup we have going on right now. Notice the spin out here towards Kansas City in the clouds, kind of going in this counterclockwise direction. That's low pressure, pretty much centered right over Kansas City. We also have high pressure over the southwestern United States, bringing them all that oppressive heat. And there's high pressure over the Atlantic Ocean. None of this is really moving. We kind of get this weird mid and upper level pattern where the jet stream kind of drops to the south and up to the north, and it's over here where it goes down past the Gulf, brings in all this moisture and streams it northward into the eastern United States. That's why we have all of these showers and storms developing, and that's why our pattern just is very, very unsettled. Plenty of showers and storms this morning, anywhere from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up into parts of Maryland this morning. Notice this line of clouds from about Toronto goes all the way down into northern Georgia. That's a bunch of moisture being sent northward. We're going to take a look at our dew points here locally in just a moment. You'll see what I'm talking about here. Otherwise, let's take a look locally at our temperatures first. Temperatures this morning, well, not too bad. We start out a lower 70, 69 at Worcester's, our cool spot this morning. Now, here's these clouds I was just talking about here coming across Ohio. They're mid and upper level clouds. There's some filtered sunshine getting through, and that's going to be the case today. There are some breaks of sun out there in a few areas here, and we'll see that through pretty much the morning and early afternoon hours. We still run a risk for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms yet again today. I think coverage-wise it'll be a little bit less than yesterday. Now here's our dew points. Dew points are in the upper 60s. You're in 70 at Port Clinton and 71 at Ravenna. A lot of moisture being pumped northward from the Gulf of Mexico, and the dew points really do a good job of showing that. And what that means is, well, you know how it feels really sticky and humid out there? That's why the temperatures get into the lower 80s, middle 80s, and with the dew points are this high, it really feels just oppressive out there with all of that basically humidity in the air. Also, when showers and thunderstorms develop with all that moisture available, the rain will get very heavy and we'll have a lot of water come down in a very short period of time, because there is just an almost unlimited supply of moisture being pumped into the region. So the atmosphere is basically primed for showers and thunderstorms to develop. It doesn't take much for that to occur. And we're going to be kind of dealing with that for the next several days. Stick around. I have the 7-day forecast coming up in just a moment. All right, taking a look at the Futurecast here. What we have pulled up, we have surface temperatures, and then the winds aloft, actually the pressure aloft at about 18,000 feet. Notice what we have here. We have this area of pressure, which is high pressure. That's bringing all that heat to the southwest. We have high pressure out over the Atlantic. That's a blocking high. And then we got this dip in between. Look at this big dip. This is an area of low pressure. And this is what's causing basically our unsettled weather. These high pressure systems aren't going anywhere. They're very, very strong. There's nothing to really move them out of the way. So all the weather kind of moves around them a little bit. And so we get these little waves of low pressure that develop. They're not very strong or anything, but that's what we get. And we're going to take a look. I want to look at the temperatures because notice the heat down in the southwest. That has been the big story the past several days here. Again, the white is 100s, the pink are 90s, the dark red you see there 80s. And it gets very hot there. And as we continue to go, we see that this blocking high pattern really doesn't break down. Here we're into this weekend, Saturday, and then finally we start seeing a breakdown come Sunday. And notice we have the high pressure starting to slide off to the east. This high pressure really hasn't moved, but the dip, it's really not here. We start seeing this east to west flow up here, which is what we call a zonal flow, where things just kind of move straight east to west. Now we'll kind of see this dip come back a little bit over Chicago, but notice that heat, it begins moving east come next week. This is Monday right here. We're into Monday afternoon, and notice how this high pressure, it kind of broadens out a little bit, and that's going to bring the heat to the central plains. And we also have the high pressure here. It's degrading some out into the mid-Atlantic, but now we're getting into this zonal flow come Tuesday next week, and that's basically going to make a quiet weather pattern for us. It's also going to heat us up some as well. Look at here, temperatures into the low 100s into the central plains come about the middle of next week. They don't get much relief either. Now, will some of this heat head our way? Well, it may. We're going to have to keep a very close eye on it. We may see some 90s if this does hold up. Our Almanac for today, the high yesterday was 78, the low 64. Our average high is 82, the average low 64. Our record high 98, the record low 46. No rain for yesterday. We're at about 1/4 of an inch for the month, right where we should be. And we're at about 20 3/4 of an inch for the year, almost 2 inches above normal. This time last year, we were well below normal. Sunrise is at 5:58 a.m. and sunset is at 9:04 p.m. All right, we looked at the temperatures. Now here is the fronts on our Futurecast. What's causing all this unsettled weather? Well, here we go. It's this stubborn stationary front that's just sitting right over northern Ohio, and it's really not going to move anywhere the next several days. There's really just not much to move it. We have high pressure out to the west, high pressure out to the east, low pressure in the middle, which is what we're seeing here, and just nothing to move any of these systems. So what happens? Well, these weak little waves of low pressure ride along this stationary front, and that's what causes these scattered afternoon pop-up thunderstorms around the area. And they're not everywhere. It's not complete coverage. It's just scattered in nature. They move off to the northeast at about 15-20 miles per hour. They can dump some heavy rain with all this humidity around. And that's going to be the case for the next several days until we can get the upper air pattern to change and get something to move this stationary front out of our area. All right, our forecast for today, well, we'll go with partly cloudy skies in the morning. I think we'll go mostly cloudy in the afternoon with a chance of a few thunderstorms from time to time. Our high 85, winds will be out of the south at 5 to 10. We'll kick your morning off at 8 a.m. with partly cloudy skies and 70 degrees. We're up to 76 by 11 a.m. from scattered storms around. I think for the afternoon, storms will just be isolated, or 82 at 2 p.m. and 84 at 5 p.m. Overnight tonight, well, there are several communities with fireworks shows tonight. Will they get in dry? Well, the good news is I think they will get in dry. I'm pretty much predicting a dry evening until about daybreak when a few showers could be around the area. Our low 66, and around the time those fireworks are going to go off, 9:30, 10 o'clock, we'll pretty much be in the middle 70s with partly cloudy skies. So it'll be a very enjoyable evening to be outside and enjoy those firework shows in your local community. All right, over the next 7 days, well, Independence Day, not looking that great. Scattered showers and storms, I think, for the morning and at least the first half of the afternoon, maybe into the early evening. We'll have to keep an eye on it. 77 is our high. I kept Thursday night with a decent chance of showers and storms. Now, that's basically early in the evening and then again later overnight and into Friday. Friday, scattered showers and storms. I think that's going to kind of be on and off all day. 79 is our high. The weekend, really not much better. Saturday's probably the best pick to get outside and do anything. Our high will be 84th of mix of sun and clouds, a slight chance of a few storms in the afternoon. Sunday, a little bit better chance of afternoon showers and storms, otherwise partly cloudy, a high of 82. Monday is our next best chance for storms, scattered storms around the area, and 84. For Tuesday, scattered storms in the afternoon, the high around 85 degrees. I'm forecaster Mark Spencer. Thank you for watching today's forecast. Get the latest weather at neoweather.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. neoweather.com, Ohio's home for weather.